Buy a Tracker Pro 170 and you can do this. Hey, how are you? How you doing? I'm about to go fishing. Lake Erie is right there. But before we head out on the water, I would like to give you an honest and in-depth, comprehensive 5-year review on my 2020 Tracker Pro 170 bass boat. I absolutely love and adore this boat. She is 17 feet. I do keep a captain's log of all the days that I fished, how many hours I put on the motor, things like the weather conditions. For example, today I'll mark 75 and cloudy, and then also how many fish I catch. Today will be the 86th day that I've used this boat. So 86 individual times I have taken this boat on the water. She's at about little less than 100 hours on the motor, 86 days, little under 100 hours, somewhere about 90 hours and change on the motor. And she still runs strong and is in great shape. Knock on aluminum wood. So I did buy this boat brand new from Cabela's over in Avon, Ohio. I bought it in February of 2020, so literally about a month and a half before the pandemic hit. I picked it up and brought it home February 14th, Valentine's Day, and I do love this boat. My wife likes to point out that on Valentine's Day I picked up my my new sweetheart. I did buy this thing brand new off the lot. They were offering a limited time deal. Normally when you buy a Tracker, I believe it comes with a 2-year, maybe a 3-year, but I want to say 2-year, bow to stern, port to starboard, everything covered under warranty. That includes all maintenance and whatnot, or any factory defects or things that go wrong. But at the time, and I didn't know this when I walked in, they were offering a 5-year warranty, which actually just expired. I've had this boat now for a little over 5 years, so this is my 6th season on it. And that 5-year warranty did help me out a little bit. There were some electrical problems along the way. I've posted some other videos on this channel, so if you just kind of search around a bit, you can follow my progress and journey with this boat, as I think it's pretty well documented, the issues that I did encounter. The issues that I did encounter were a faulty kill switch and a faulty ignition. And those are really the only major issues that I've encountered that were, I think, defective on the boat. They were pretty annoying, as in I got stranded a couple times because the kill switch and the ignition were both faulty. They would not allow the boat to start, and I killed my main crank battery several times while out there, which also did not help me address the issue, because then I had to take it back to land, charge the batteries, take it back out, and was still having the same problem. I did take the boat to the Cabela's Tracker Boat Center in Avon for these warranty repairs. It took them 3 times of getting stranded and taking the boat there 45 minutes away and then picking it up and having the same issue. Was not too thrilled with how all that played out. It did take them 3 times over a season and a half, and also cost me a lot of weeks, because obviously they're backed up. They have boats coming in and going out every day. So I don't know whether I blame the faulty wiring in the ignition or the kill switch, or the service and whatnot at Cabela's. Every other time I've taken it in there for other issues, like when I upgraded the Minn Kota, stuff like that, in and out very quickly. I did 100-hour maintenance as well, very quick, very efficient. Everybody was very nice. So I'm going to chalk it up to they were frustrated with not knowing what was causing those issues. I guess that's their job to kind of diagnose it. But yeah, that was a pretty bad experience, but I'll give them credit. Every other time I've went in there, they've taken good care of me. So I did upgrade and opt for the vinyl decking. It was an extra $500 to upgrade that when I ordered the boat. It's held up very well. It does not get hot. It's very non-slip even when it's wet. It has faded a little bit. It's got some sun damage, but it has not peeled up or bubbled or done anything that makes me regret having it. Doesn't even look that bad. You can just kind of see it's a little darker in certain areas. One thing that kind of bums me out is that a lot of the sun damage came from when it was at Cabela's. It was there for almost 7 weeks. The second time I took it in for this issue, because it was the beginning of the season. I did not bring the cover with me. Didn't think about it at the time because I was angry, and my boat sat outside every day for, you know, give or take 7 weeks. And that's when I noticed a lot of that sun damage came about, because it was just baking in a hot parking lot for 7 weeks. I do keep this boat in my garage and covered, so it has literally never seen the sun except for when it's out with me or when it was stuck at Cabela's. So again, unfortunately, I'm sure it would have got sun damaged over time anyway, but the sun damage is kind of a byproduct of it being stuck there for a long time. 2 weeks here, 7 weeks there, 3 weeks there. Never thought about it that way, but I'm not really happy about that either. But I did upgrade my Minn Kota to the Power Drive 55-pound thrust. Absolutely love it. It was an expensive upgrade, but totally necessary. The Minn Kota that came with this boat was a little 40 horsepower, and it had that like licorice black thick cord from the head of the unit to the foot pedal, which was absolutely a disaster. I didn't want to put in a recessed foot tray. The Power Drive has the detachable foot tray. It's also the more ergonomic foot tray versus that big one that's like a gas pedal. I did not like that at all. And with the licorice cord and the gas pedal, foot pedal, keeping it in one spot was impossible. Couldn't tell you how many bad days my back hurt from trying to wiggle that thing around and move it around. This thing is now a 10-speed. It gets me around even in, you know, 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. The 40 was great, but in things like river current, this thing is absolutely more than what I need. But with the old one, the 40 in, you know, hefty winds and with a, you know, decent current, it on full power would still kind of be outmatched if it was, you know, a little over moderate, closer to heavy current and wind. So definitely a necessary upgrade unless you're just fishing flat, calm water at all times. In flat, calm water, the 40 was more than enough, but the 40 horsepower on full power versus the 55 on, you know, 4 out of 10, so I guess 40% power. I usually keep it on 30 to 40% power and just cruise. Perfectly happy with the amount of storage. I guess I would like a little bit more. Up here I keep my dock bumpers, seat pedestal, throwable anchor and anchor line. And then if I have a passenger or co-captain, someone else fishing with me, generally they'll throw their gear in here. Live well, same thing. I actually realized the live well is an inch drain plug, just like the plug on the back of the boat. I hardly ever use the live well. So what I did was I plugged it, and then I used this for cooler water. I've got a bunch of snacks in here as well, and it's just more storage. Usually I'll keep my garbage bag in there for when we're out fishing and camping on the boat. So it's a nice garbage can slash cooler slash snack bin and just more storage. Rod locker, same thing, perfectly fine. I've got 4 rods in here right now. My big net, 2 paddles. I usually keep the Minn Kota pedal in there. One thing I do recommend is rod socks. The rod socks definitely make a huge difference getting the rods in and out of there. Not only for the tips of the rods getting jammed up, but also to keep the baits from hooking into the carpet on the inside. Even though I did get the vinyl deck, there is carpet in several areas throughout the boat, and without having the rod socks, you definitely can't just ooh, ah, ooh, ah. So definitely want to have rod socks. Plus it's just good practice anyway. I really do wish that this compartment here, I've got my PFD in there, I've got my co-captain's PFD in there, so 2 adult life jackets, and then my dog Zero's life jacket in there, so 3 PFDs in there. A lot of times I'll put my Bluetooth speaker in there, and it's like a big speaker box, so that's a good tip too. It really booms and thunders out of there. I really do wish that the compartment opened up instead of being like a cubby. I'm still fine with it. It's been over 5 years and it doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, that is a weird design. I don't know if it's a design flaw, but the dogs, RIP to Archer, Zero. It's nice to have this bow pad up here, as well as the front light mount. I don't use those that much because I don't do much night fishing. Got cleats on either side. The console, pretty nice, pretty simple, nothing really to it. Cup holders up here, which is a little weird. I usually just keep my tumbler back in the corner over here behind my seat, and it stays in there pretty nice. I do wish there were a few more cup holders and maybe a little more of a robust cockpit, but it gets the job done. There's also this track that runs along both sides of the inner gunnel, and back here in the fronts and backs there's these little portholes to access. It's called Versa Track. So Tracker makes a ton of different attachments, cup holders, trays, rod holders that slot in there and lock in, so you can add things like cup holders, rod holders, that kind of stuff, but I just have not gotten around to it because I'm pretty simple. That's one of the better things I like about this boat, is that it's very simplistic and not like a $60,000 bass boat, but for the price point being very nice and being all welded aluminum, it's very much exactly what I need without I'm not really missing much, and I'm not really paying for things that are accessory. So to command headquarters, I put a carabiner with a few zingers on here. I just drilled a hole into the plexiglass. We've got nippers, we've got a lighter, and then we've got a line cutter ring. Just a simple little, you know, $10 worth of Amazon parts, just to have more stuff at my reach as I'm tying a rod here or tying a rod there or up on the deck. You know, this all zings. Got the little cabin light, kind of useless, but it's there. We got the electric ignition. We got RPMs, gas, and speedometer. The float in the gas tank is, I guess, not worthy. So it always shows that I have a quarter tank less than what I actually have. So when I show 3/4 tank, I'm actually full. When I show a quarter tank, I actually have half a tank. They pointed that out when I took it in for this electrical issue. I never actually noticed because I top off the boat every time I go out and then top it off again the next time. So when it shows that I was at quarter tank or under, I actually had almost a half a tank. So it's always good practice just to be fully gassed up. You'll run better too. But at the same time, they said that the gas tank gauge floatants are highly faulty in these boats. I don't know why. I did not want to venture to have them go in there and fix it because they said it could be a can of worms. So the boat is 11.2 gallons or 11.4 gallons. So I just say 11.5. Another thing, electrical issues and the gas tank floaty. But again, this could just be specific to my boat, but from what I heard, these are common issues. Cheap, easy issues, but at the same time, issues nonetheless. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Simple steering wheel, nothing, you know, really fancy. We've got our nav light and our anchor light. We've got our aerator on our bilge, and then we've got a nice horn. Kill switch, trim, nothing really fancy about this either. Got nice room for leg area. It came with this Lowrance Hook 4. I don't have any screens or technology. I don't really have the desire right now to spend, you know, even $1,000 on sonar or side views or graphs or any of that. I just want to go out and fish. So hate on me in the comments, tell me why I need it, and maybe I'll upgrade. But depth and temperature and being able to see reasonably what's on the bottom has served me just fine. Maybe I'm missing out on fish. Let me know what you think. Two pretty comfortable seats. I've sat in these for many hours and they have never done me wrong. So something like the steering wheel or the seats, cheap and easy upgrades if you want to. I see no reason to as of right now. Nice floor drain. Then down under here, keep some ropes, my fire extinguisher, some trash bags, just little odds and ends that I keep on the boat, like electrical tape, zip ties, band-aids, alcohol wipes, some extra nuts and bolts for things like the impeller, socket set for different things, some lighters, a little USB charger, just stuff I always want to have on the boat. And then same thing in here, I've got like a beanie, I've got my orange safety flag, the instruction manual, and you know, like my boat license, the registration, all that, a pair of gloves, pair of socks, just stuff you want to have, pair of goggles. So if I don't use it, it doesn't matter, but if I need it, I'm going to be glad I had it. So, and then my nav light as well, and my anchor light is actually in here. So just nice to have this extra storage down there. And then the main storage, got a couple towels in here. I'm just heading out tonight for a couple hours. It's Monday night. I work right downtown Cleveland, so to get to either of the two ramps that I fish, it's literally less than 10 minutes. So I'm not fully locked and loaded for a, you know, major trip or anything. I usually run light as it is. So I've just got my floating waterproof box, keep a flashlight in there, Leatherman, extra pin, a whistle, lighter, my kill switch, which I probably should put on, and then a couple towels in there. Normally I'll have snacks, you know, my jacket, some extra clothes, whatever I need. And then I've got my Plano full of soft plastics that I'll use today. And I had this old Plano bag, and instead of just throwing my Planos and stuff in here, which I was doing for a long time, this bag was just sitting in my storage room because I got a new bag for pond missions and going on other people's crafts and stuff like that. So this thing fits in here perfectly. So all my tackle, nice and organized. Got my scale in there, my pliers, terminal, some jigs, some spinners, cranks. You know, so got some nice pockets on it. So a nice little storage within storage idea. Fits in here perfectly and does the job well. So, and then yeah, I've still got, you know, even throwing this back in here and throwing this on top of there, I've still got more than enough room. So having a little more storage never hurt anybody, but I'm pretty organized. I keep the boat very organized and clean, and I really, you know, especially even if there's 2 men on the boat, all of my personal stuff generally stays in here. But when like Uncle Canada or another friend comes on the boat and brings a couple rods, their tackle, stuff for the day, there's plenty of room for their stuff on top of my stuff that already stays in here as it is. So works out just fine. And we've got the battery compartment, got the crank battery back here, and then the Minn Kota battery. This is my 6th season, 5th year on the boat. I did just replace both of these at the same time last fall when I got the new Minn Kota. It was like September, October. It was you know, they were 4 years old and change. They were starting to not hold life as a battery over 3 years old will do, even though I keep them charged, trickle charge at all times. I replaced them both, so I got 4 years and change out of the batteries. Other than that, you got your bilge down there, stuff like that, gas tank, fuel lines, all that good stuff. Nothing really of interest back here. Then we've got the gas cap over here. It's 11.5 gallons. And then the power is a Mercury 40. It's a jet drive, so it's got a jet foot on there with a impeller. We run a lot of shallow rivers, mainly the Allegheny in Pennsylvania. And when she's fully on plane, padded out, she can run in about 4 inches of water, 4 to 7 inches. But I believe I've had her in 4 inches of water fully open. So a lot of people don't see jet drives. I get a lot of questions and a lot of people looking at it when I see it parked or when I'm like in line or towing it places. I've had a lot of people pull up next to me and ask about the jet. I think I've turned a few people on through my previous YouTube videos too. If you go watch those and read through the comments, I know for a fact a handful of people have gotten jet drives because of my videos. So definitely an awesome motor. So I did replace the bunks on the trailer. The old ones were garbage. They were, you know, a little bit longer than this, 2-3 times as long actually. The carpets were garbage. You know, putting a boat on a trailer in heavy river current is a challenge, and I did corner it a few times. Got some scratches along her, but you know, she's held up pretty well. Still looks really good. I did just give her a bath this past weekend, so she cleans up really, really well. I usually give her a full scrub inside and out every 4th or 5th time I use it. And then also before I put her away for the season in the garage, you know, I'll take everything out. I toothbrush clean it every time I clean it. So use it 4 or 5 times. And then when I know for a fact it's the last time for the year, clean her as good as I possibly can, cover her for the winter. So when I take the cover off to go use it for the first time, she's squeaky clean. But yeah, replace those bunks. Haven't had to replace a tire yet, knock on wood. Did put some bearing buddy caps on here just for better aesthetics. Trailer's held up pretty well. As you can see, she's nice and clean. This is where the anchor light goes. You've got cleats again in all 4 corners. Seat pedestal for the stern. Seat pedestal for the bow. Again, cup holder. This little storage spot's kind of useless. I do wish the console was a bit more robust and there was like a couple cabinets or something. I do like this little feature here. It's the little cell phone holder, and it's got, you know, this, so when I'm running I can check the map or have a timer going, you know, anything like that, or the phone's just in a good spot. But you've got fuses next to all 3 of the switches, you know, trailer lights, all that good stuff. Then my garage is only 20 feet deep, and with the tongue, I believe it's 22 feet for the trailer tongue. So I do have the swinging hitch. So from here back, whatever that is, 2 feet and change, swings inward. So it's nice. I get the boat in there perfectly straight, cock it just a little bit this way, and I can fit it in my garage, which again is super nice. As I said, she's stored in the garage full time, covered, clean, all that. And the only time she sees the sun is when we're out on it, or for multiple days in a row when we're camping and she's in the water. Everything else you'd want to know about, you know, electrical plug-in for the trailer lights and whatnot. Not chains, but what do you call this, rubber coated steel wire with the hooks. So those are nice, pretty heavy duty. I always keep my tongue locked. Same thing when I store it, I take the pin out and have that away so it's locked up here, and then there's no pin, so if anyone's trying to take my boat, good luck, I guess. Crank and everything pretty simple. Jack, pretty simple. So I guess that's really kind of it for now. Like I said, I've had her for 5 years. This is my 6th season on her. Today's day number 86. We're about 100 hours of motor time. You saw the upgrades that I did. You heard what I like about it, heard what I don't like about it, heard about the issues it's had. I absolutely love the boat. I think for the price point, for the brand new price point especially, I know a lot of people would like to buy a boat that doesn't cost them an arm and a leg, especially if it's their first boat. There are a few lower models than this that Tracker makes, including the Heritage Classic, and then there's a ton of models that are up from this, the Pro Team 175, 190, 195, etc. So for the price point of a brand new bass boat that you can learn on, beat up a little bit because it's aluminum, and if you get a scratch on it, you're not scratching a $50,000 to $100,000 bass boat. You know, you can go spend anywhere from 15 up to 40 grand and get a boat like this brand new. So I know that's a lot of money. It was a lot of money for me, but brand new for the price point and the quality you get with the features, I think it's a great value. Good thing about these boats as well is that they hold their value very well, even when they're 10, 15 years old. As long as they're well maintained and start right up, an aluminum Tracker boat is always going to be worth something. So I appreciate it very much. Let's go fishing. All right, well, I've got a few hours to fish before it gets dark. Another nice perk of living right on the shores of Lake Erie, downtown Cleveland, America's forgotten North Coast. So I really appreciate you all watching this review. If you have any other questions, I respond to all comments. If you want to shoot me an email, my Instagram and email are in the description of this video. So happy to answer any questions, or if there's something I didn't cover, something you want to know more about, just let me know, and I will assuredly get you all the information possible. So I'm going to fish now, and wish me luck. I guess if I catch anything while I'm out here, I'll throw it at the end of this video. Much love to all of you. Thank you again. Please ask me questions, things you want to know, things you want to like, don't like, this, that, specs. I probably forgot something, and in 20 minutes I'm going to forget. So let me know if there's anything you need on my end, and I'm happy to help you and give more information. So wish me luck fishing. Much love to all of you, and I will see you on the next one. Got something big here. Probably a drum. It's big, whatever it is. Could be a walleye. Get this net ready. Okay. He's got some weight to him. He's pulling me in circles. Probably a drum. If it's a smallmouth, it's the biggest smallmouth I've ever caught. Also, my Minn Kota's on. Holy shnikes. He's really fighting. He's a monster. My drag is tight and he's taking drag. Oh! Is it a drum? I think it's a drum. Big drum. Huge drum. Very big drum. Very big drum. He's gonna be hard to net because he's so big, and he's a big drum. Come here, bud. We'll take him though. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's hard to get in the boat. Got him in the boat. Yes. Yes, he's huge. Beast of a drum. Beast of a drum. Probably 10 pounds. Get him back in the water. His name's gonna be Kevin McKevin. Thank you, buddy. I love those things because they fight. Monday night after work on the boat, grinding. Big fish. Yes! Solid largemouth. Bite seems to have turned on a little bit, so 2 quick fish. Loving it. His name's gonna be Jose Ramirez, and I'm spinning with my Minn Kota, so he's gonna go back in the water. Jose Ramirez! Another tank. Nice tank. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, we got another monster fish on here. We got another monster fish on here. It's really windy. It's taking me. The Minn Kota is now, I did turn it off. This thing's a beast, whatever this is. Really hard to keep a heavy fish, and the wind is knocking me around. Holy crap. Okay. Let's try and land this fish. Holy crap, this is challenging. 15-mile-an-hour winds coming at me. Got like a 15-pound fish on the end of this line. Come here. Come here. Oh, I need it. He's not done yet. Yeah, it's a big drum. Come here. I gotta get you in the net. It's so hard to get him in the net because he's so big. Come here. Come here. Yeah! Get him. Yes! Oh, that's another tank of a drum. I don't care if it's a trash fish. There's no such thing as a trash fish. It came out here to catch fish. It's bigger than the last one. Yes! Because these are big fish. They fight. And he's huge. Look at how big of a fish that is. That's a monster fish. I don't care if it's, you know, not a bass or a walleye or a pike or a muskie or whatever. That's a big heck of a fight of a fish. One of the bigger ones I've ever caught. I've caught a couple that were bigger, but this is maybe number 3 and number 4. His name's going to be Orange Julius. So thank you, Orange Julius. Whew. I mean, I kind of want to put him on the scale, but he's 10, 12 pounds. He's a beast. Orange Julius. Yes! See you, buddy. Go, 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 go. Yes. Oh, yes. Go ahead and buy yourself a Tracker Pro 170, and you can do that. Number 5 on the evening. Nice walleye. Definitely a good eater, but I'm going to let him live another day. So buy a Tracker Pro 170, and you can do this. So nice one. Probably 20 inches or so. Definitely a solid eater. A couple good sandwiches or some nice fillets, but we're going to let him get a little bit bigger because that's what we do around here. So his name's going to be Jim Tomey. So Jim Tomey, thank you. All right, well, this is the official end of the video. So yeah, you got to see how the boat works, all the ins and outs and accoutrements. Hope you like it. Hope you get one yourself and catch a lot of fish. And again, if I could be of any help to you, please just let me know. If not, I will continue to do reviews and things about this boat as applicable, and go from there. So much love to all of you. Thank you again. Very happy to help you any way that I possibly can. So much love to all of you, and we will see you on the next one.